Okay, 5D. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, today we're going to start discussing or doing our review. This is the first session of our review, and after that, the next review session will be on Friday. Okay. Now, do you know when the test is? When is the final test for English? Do
Oh,
you know that? 5C, 5D?
Selasa, Selasa,
Wednesday.
Is
Selasa.
what is
Selasa.
that? What is that? It's on Wednesday, I think. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, you will not be with me. You will be with Miss Hafsa. Okay. So Miss Hafsa will be watching over you. Okay, 5D, and it's the first session. Wednesday, the first session. Okay.
Hmm.
Now 5D. What units are tested in the final test? Unit 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There are 5 units. All right. And I think the first 3 units are very easy for you. I think, yeah. Okay, let's start, yeah. 5D. Let's say basmala.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. Now, unit 6. Unit 6 is about making things. We have imperatives, sequence adverbs, and preposition with. Do you still remember them? What are imperatives?
Imperatif.
Imperatives are sentences that tell you to do something.
Something.
Yes, imperatives are sentences that tell you to do something like this: open the door, close your eyes, open the book, sit down, stand up, listen, stop. And there are also like negative imperatives like uh, don't sleep in the classroom, like that. Those are imperatives. And imperative sentences do not have what? What they don't have. What do they don't have? What do they not have? They don't have subjects. Yes, they don't have subjects. Okay, so they are incomplete sentences that do not have subjects. Okay, so you go. So when you're making an imperative, you go straight to the first one, like listen, stop. Those are first ones, right? Okay, now there are also like sequence adverbs. Sequence adverbs are like words that tell you the order of the steps. Yeah, do you know what they are? What are the five adverbs of what are the five sequence adverbs that we learned in grade 5?
First, then,
First, then,
next,
next,
after that,
after that,
finally.
and finally. Yes, it's five of them, right? First, next, then, after that, and finally. First is always for the first step, and finally is always for the last step. Okay, for the second step and until the step before the last step, you can choose either next, then, or after that. It's up to you what you want to use. Yeah, 5D. Okay, now if you make mistakes or you haven't answered it yet, just copy what's on the screen, yeah? Okay, do you have any questions about this? No, yeah, it's very easy. Shall I move to the next slide? Shall I go to the next slide? Can I? Yes, okay. Next. Now, use the sequence adverbs on the previous slide to make a paragraph of making the thing below. What is the thing here? The thing here is a model city, right? Okay, now this is the first step, the second step, the third step, the fourth step, the fifth step, and the sixth step. Now, your job is to make a paragraph. What is the first sentence? What do you need as what do you write as the first sentence? Let's go to Zufarsha. Zufarsha, what is the first sentence?
Glue the box to get first glue the box together.
Huh? The first step is this one, dear.
Oh, first
Right?
collect cardboard boxes
Yeah,
and
this first step. What is the sequence adverb do you use here?
first
What is the sequence adverb that you use here? First, first, collect cardboard boxes and tubes. Yes, that's the first sentence. Okay, thank you, Sufarsha. What's the second sentence? Let's go to Aliasa. What is the second
Yes, Miss.
sentence?
Second, you buy your art and craft material.
All right, you use second, yeah, but we only have like next, then first, next, then after that, and finally. What do you choose between the five of the sequence adverbs? First, then, next, after that, or finally? Which one do you choose? Aliasa, which one do you choose?
Number two.
What is number two?
Second.
We don't use second in grade 5. Okay, maybe in other time, yes, but in grade 5, no. We only use first, then, next, after that, and finally. Which one do you choose?
Mm, then
Then, okay, good. So, what's the sentence? Then,
buy your art and craft material.
yes, then buy your art and craft materials. Good, thank you, and Aliasa. Next, Antasena. What is the third step? Antasena,
Yes, Miss.
what is the third step?
Paint the box and tubes and tubes. Right?
Okay. What is the sequence adverb that you use?
Hmm.
The sequence adverb?
Uh,
Find
I don't know.
first, after that,
Huh?
then, next, or finally. What do you use?
Uh, I don't know, Miss.
You don't know? Okay. Let me just show you the answer. Yeah. Here is my answer. First, collect cardboard boxes and tubes. Next, buy your art and craft materials. And Aliasa answered with then, but I answered with next. Which one is right? Both are okay, right? 5D. So for the second step, until the step before the last step, you can choose either next, after that, or then. It's up to you which one you want to use. It's completely up to you. Okay, this is my answer. But for the first step, always use first. And the last step, always use finally. Don't forget that 5D. Okay, can I go to the next slide? It's actually easy, Antasena. You just need to add first for the first step, next or then or after that for the second step until the step number 5, and you put finally for step number 6 because it's the last step. And the rest of the sentences are the same with what you have here. Okay, done 5D.
Hmm.
Done, miss.
Continue, yeah. Okay, the next slide. Now, rewrite the sentences as imperatives. We're going to make imperatives out of these sentences, right? How do you do it? Now, let's check out the example here. The example says, you color the boxes purple. And the answer is, color the boxes purple. Since imperatives are sentences that do not have subjects, so if you make an imperative out of a sentence, you only need to leave out the subject. So the only difference between these two sentences, the first sentence and the second sentence, is the subject. The second sentence or the imperative or the answer does not have a subject. Okay? So what is number 7? Aretra. Aretra.
Brush your teeth after having a meal.
Yes, well done. Thank you, Aretra. Is brush your teeth after having a meal without the you, yeah? Only like that. Okay? Well done. Next, Atala Raditya, number 8.
Don't cook the shrimps for more than 15 minutes.
Well done. Yes. Don't cook the shrimps more than 15 minutes. You don't use the subject in imperatives. Okay? Only verb 1 and the rest of the sentence. All right. Can I go to the next slide, 5D?
Wait, miss.
Yes.
Okay.
Done, miss.
Done, miss.
Done. Okay. Next slide. Yeah. Okay. Now we want to rewrite the sentence using with plus the tools or the materials. All right. Let's check out the example here. The example says we use acrylic paint to color the boxes. We have we here, so we put we here. Now after that, you go to the word after the word to. What is the word after the word to? It's color, right? We color the boxes with acrylic paint. Now, what about number 9? Farhan.
Number 9,
Uh-uh.
they uh,
Mm-mm.
they type the letter is a computer
With
is a computer
Well done. Yes, that's it. They type the letter with a computer. That's it, Farhan. They and you after that followed by what is it? The word after the word to, which is type. They type the letter and you choose into with a computer, like that. Good. Next, number 10. Fatan.
Make children
Fatan.
toys with safe and natural materials.
Yes, your voice is breaking up. Make.
Make children toys with safe and natural materials.
Yes, make children toys with safe and natural materials. Actually, there is no the here. Yeah, we don't have a the here. Make children toys with safe and natural materials, like that. Okay. Any questions so far? That's unit 7, unit 6. Imperatives, sequence adverbs, and preposition with. Any questions? All right.
No.
Now let's move on to unit 7. Yeah, unit 7. Do you have any questions? I mean, do you still remember what unit 7 is about? It's about adverbs of frequency. We have adverbs of frequency and how to ask using about how often we do something. Okay. Now, for adverbs of frequency, there are like non-specific, non-specific ones and specific ones. Non-specific ones are like always, usually, often, sometimes, hardly ever, or never, where we don't know the exact number. We don't know how exactly, how many exactly we do things, right? But when we use specific adverbs of frequency, we know the number when, I mean, how many times we do some things. Like hourly, it means every hour, once an hour. Weekly, it means once every week, right? Now, for fortnightly means twice a month or every 14 days. Now, for every second Friday, why is second Friday monthly? Because second Friday only happens once a month. How many Fridays are there in a month? Maybe there are 4 Fridays, right? The first Friday, the second Friday, the third Friday, and the fourth Friday. And the second Friday only happens once a month. That's why you call it monthly. What about first Sunday? Same. It's also monthly. What about every every third Thursday? Every third Thursday. Is it also monthly? Yes, it is also monthly. All
Yes.
right. Now, where do we put them in sentences? For non-specific adverbs of frequency, we put them here before the verb. Before the verb, yeah, after the subject, before the verb, between the subject and the verb. We put them here. Okay. But for specific adverbs of frequency, we put them at the end of the sentence like this. I brush my teeth daily. I brush my teeth weekly. No, that's not true. Okay, now don't forget to use S here for he. If the subject is a he, a she, or an it, you don't forget to use an S here after the subject on the sorry, on the verb, not on the subject. On the verb, don't forget to add an S. See here, takes and reads. Okay, now the questions we use ever. The questions uses ever when we are asking about a yes or a no question. I mean, we are expecting a yes or a no answer. Okay? Now, example, do you ever play chess in your free time? Does he ever, we missed the ever here, yeah. Does he ever go to the cinema? Okay, 5D, can you add ever here, please? Does he ever go to the cinema? Does he ever go to the cinema? So there's supposed to be an ever here. Here, between he and go. Does he ever go to the cinema? So, 5B, if you use ever, the answer must be yes or no. Okay? And if the answer is always, usually, often, or sometimes, the answer is yes. But if the answer is hardly, ever, or never, you use no. Okay? Now, we can also use how often to ask about frequency. Like this. How often we visit his grandparents? Yeah. The answer can be specific or can be non-specific. Okay. This can also specific or non-specific at first of frequency. Right. Let's move on to the exercise. Yeah, 5B. Now, I have an activity here which is break the fast with dates. Now, how can you make a question using ever and break the fast with dates? Let's go to Hanif. Hanif, what's the question, Hanif? Hanif, Hanif. No, Hanif is not responding. All right,
Ini
Diandra
never
then.
ada suaranya, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Atala, for the info. Diandra,
Yes.
what's the question, Diandra?
Uh,
Do
do
you
you ever break fast with dates?
do you ever break the fast with dates? Yes. Do you ever break the fast with dates? And if you want to answer with a specific adverb of frequency, like daily, like monthly, like every day, like weekly, how do you answer that? What is your own answer, Diandra? Yes or
Uh,
no?
I don't know.
You don't know? You know dates?
Uh, I don't know.
You don't know what dates are? Dates are like a fruit
Oh, okay.
that are from
Okay. Okay.
that are from
Okay, no.
you know, right?
Yeah.
You know dates, right? Yeah. Do you eat dates?
Yes.
Yeah. So how often do you do it
Uh,
during Ramadan? I mean,
uh,
do you
what?
do it every day? Huh? Sometimes, maybe weekly. Yeah. So you can answer it by yes. I
Yes.
break the fast with
I
dates
dates
weekly.
weekly.
Yeah, like that. Maybe. Yeah. Or if the answer is non specific, you say, yes, I, some,
Uh,
yes, I
I
sometimes
sometimes eat
break the fast
breakfast
with dates. Okay. So that's your case, yeah, Diandra. Sometimes and weekly. But for me, my answer is every day and always. Like that. Okay, thank you, Diandra. Next, you need to make questions and answers using the timetable. Now, when you see a timetable like this, the answer, yeah, the answer must be in specific adverbs of frequency, like weekly, daily, or like monthly, like that. Yeah, 5D. Okay, let's go to Rafa. Rafa, what's the
Yes,
question for
Miss.
practice, Kumon?
Hmm, uh, mm, dan
How often
How often do you practice Kuman?
Yes, well done. How often do you practice Kumon? And for play tennis?
Hmm. How often do you play tennis?
How often?
Do you play
How
tennis?
of how often do you play tennis? All right, thank you, Rafa. Now let's go to Rania. Rania, how do you answer this question, Rania? Kumon, practice Kumon.
Um, I practice Kumon. Uh,
There are two times, right? On Monday and Thursday, right? So I practice Kumon
2 days a week,
or twice a
twice a
week.
week.
Yeah, so then Rania. Next, how do you answer this, Rania? How often do you play tennis?
I play tennis once a week,
Once a week or
weekly.
weekly or every? Yes, well done, Rania. I play tennis weekly or once a week or every Sunday. All right, 5D. That's Unit 7 about adverbs of frequency and how you ask about how often you do things. Any questions? All right. We still have like 7 minutes to go. Can I go to the next slide for the next unit?
No. Wait.
Okay. Masya Allah. Can I go to the next slide, 5D?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Now, Unit 8. Oh no, we haven't done, we're not done with Unit 7 yet. We still have antonyms and synonyms. Now, number 13. What do you think the answer for number 13 is? R. There are two answers. Rakila.
My friend was very happy to be in space, but he was that he could.
Yes, very good. Marvis was very happy to be in space, but he was unhappy or sad that we couldn't see his family. Yes, that's the what we need to fill in the gaps here are antonyms because there is the word but. Yeah, good. Thank you, Rakila. Next, Romaisa, number 14.
Marvin was amazed by how beautiful the stars were, and he was surprised by it.
Yes, the what you need to put here are synonyms because they have the same meaning because there is an here. Actually, amaze is here, yeah. Amaze is here and surprise is here. I don't know why is it mixed up. It gets mixed up here like this. All right. Now 5D. That's unit 7. You will see like synonyms and antonyms too in the final test. Okay? Let's go to the next slide. Now, the next unit is about order of adjectives. When we have so many adjectives we want to use to describe a thing, we have to put them into the correct order. What is the correct order of the adjectives? It's O, size, Joe. Opinion, size, age, shape, color, and origin. Now let's do number 15. Put the words in the under the correct category in the table. Okay. Now, every what goes for opinion? What belongs to opinion here?
Beautiful.
Is it African? Enormous, black?
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Yes. What goes here in this category? In size category.
Enormous.
enormous,
Enormous. Enormous means very, very, very big. All right. Now what goes here under age?
ancient,
Ancient. Ancient.
Ancient. Yes, ancient. It means very, 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 very old. Good. What goes here
Oval.
under shape?
Oval.
Oval. Well done. And what goes here?
black,
Black.
Black. And what goes here?
African,
African.
African. Well done. Okay. Beautiful, enormous, ancient, oval, black, African. What? What do you think it is? Statue? All right. Now, number 16. Complete the sentences using the adjectives in the box. We have three adjectives to describe the boy. Now, how do we put them in the correct order?
Brave, young
Now,
Indonesian.
Indonesian
what is
place,
Brave,
Indonesian?
young. Origin,
Indonesian
origin.
origin. Brave is
Opinion,
opinion,
opinion and young is
age, age.
age. Well done. So, what goes first? Which one goes
Brave,
first?
Brave.
brave,
Brave. What comes
Young.
after that?
young,
Young.
Young and
Indonesian.
Indonesian.
Indonesian. Okay, that is quite easy, right? 5D, right? Just remember O, SAS, show. That's how
Or
you put
Sastro.
the adjectives that you want to use to describe a thing into the correct order. O, SAS, show. Opinion, size, age, shape, color, and origin. Okay, 5D. Let's see, what's next? Oh, it's already unit 9. So, do you have any questions so far? Unit 6, 7, and 8?
No,
no,
No? Are you sure?
yes.
Okay. Okay, 5D. I have recorded our meeting today so that you can revisit our discussion later whenever you need it. Yeah, I will share the recording of our discussion later after school, maybe because I still need to process the video first before I can share it to you. All right, 5D. Now, if you don't have any questions, we will continue our discussions to units 9 and unit 10, inshallah, on Friday. But before that,
Yeah.
uh, can you please do finish the review yourself so that we don't spend
Okay.
much time to do the review on Friday? Okay? Try to do the review yourself before we meet again. Okay, 5D? That is all for today. Thank you so much for your participation. Let's say hamdalah. Alhamdulillah Hirobil Alamin. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Miss Arum.
Bye,
Allahu
6.
yubarik fi.
Allahu yubarik Allahu yubarik fikum.
Bye.
Okay, bye 5D.
Thank you, Miss. All your body shape.